Ric Flair addresses Charlotte Flair's WWE future, Karrion Kross sends out a threat to the entire Raw locker room, and Alexa Bliss makes an interesting revelation after missing this week's WWE RAW. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. To stay up to date with all of our content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ric Flair addresses Charlotte Flair's WWE future. Ric Flair has dismissed speculation that Charlotte Flair may have been unhappy with his decision to leave WWE. The 72-year-old's third run with WWE ended on August 3, 2021, after he requested his release. The news prompted theories from fans on social media that the wrestling legend's situation with WWE could negatively affect his daughter's role with the company. However, speaking on Renee Paquette's Oral Sessions podcast, Ric Flair clarified that Charlotte has no plans to ever leave Vince McMahon's company. He also commented on her recent win over Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam to become a 12-time women's champion, saying, quote, "Everyone wants to start some shit that didn't exist. Ashley would never leave there. She's the happiest she's ever been, and obviously, they're not mad at me. I was so excited. I didn't know. I was so excited for her, and it's the first one I missed," end quote. Charlotte Flair has won the Raw Women's Championship 6 times, SmackDown Women's Champion 5 times, and Divas Championship once on WWE's main roster. She's now 4 titles victories away from tying John Cena and Ric Flair's record 16 World Championship reigns. Charlotte Flair has been one of the most featured superstars on WWE TV ever since she received her main roster call-up in 2015. Despite her success, she is often accused of getting handed opportunities and title reigns simply because her father is Ric Flair. The Nature Boy said he frequently tells his daughter that the opinion of her co-workers are more important than negative fans on social media. Charlotte Flair's latest WWE match ended in defeat against Nia Jax on this week's episode of Raw. Both women appeared to have legitimately trade blows throughout the match, prompting WWE legend Mick Foley to tweet, "WTF was up with that Charlotte versus Nia match," end quote. Karrion Kross sends out a threat to the entire Raw locker room. Speaking to Sarah Schreiber in an exclusive digital interview after his match on Raw, Karrion Kross sounded off on a warning to the entire locker room. He mentioned that he could submit or knock out anyone in WWE. Kross added that he had everybody's number and it was just a matter of time before they faced his wrath. He also alluded to the fact that the referee saved Humberto Carrillo from his cross jacket by calling off the match, saying, quote, "There's not a single person on this planet that I can't knock out or submit. I proved that time and time again. There's an old saying that somebody out there has your number. Well, I got everybody's number. I almost put my elbow through Humberto Carrillo's head tonight. And if the referee wasn't there and I put that crass jacket on him, I would have never let go. Think about the future," end quote. The former 2-time NXT champion has been on a killer run since his move to the main roster. Kross is gradually piling up a series of wins on the Red brand since his first appearance on the July 19th episode of Raw. Karrion Kross was at his devastating best this week on Raw from the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He then turned his attention towards Humberto Carrillo this week. Carrillo put up his best fight, but he was no match for the former NXT champion. Karrion Kross smashed Carrillo with a Doomsday Saito and put the young upstart into his patented cross-jacket submission for the victory. Drew McIntyre says it was an honor to put over top champion. Former 2-time WWE champion Drew McIntyre said it was an honor to put over Bobby Lashley during their feud this year. McIntyre and Lashley had an intense rivalry over the WWE Championship, and they fought each other 3 times over the course of 2021, starting with WrestleMania 37. Their second battle involved former WWE star Braun Strowman in an incredible triple threat match at WrestleMania Backlash. The feud ended at the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, where the Almighty defeated McIntyre once again. The defeat also meant that the Scotsman couldn't challenge for the WWE title while Lashley is champion. McIntyre recently spoke with Sports Illustrated discussing his new stint as the brand ambassador for the Special Olympics and opening up on his rivalry with the current WWE champion. The Scotsman believed that the rivalry was an opportunity to elevate Bobby Lashley and establish him as a physically dominant champion. The Scottish Warrior acknowledged that Lashley had paid his dues and deserved to succeed as WWE Champion, saying, quote, "I had the opportunity to cement Bobby as champion, and to do that for a top-level performer was an honor. I'm extremely happy for him. He's someone that earned and deserves all his success," end quote. Drew McIntyre stated he wanted to be the standard bearer for all hard-hitting matches in WWE. McIntyre revealed that it was hard to follow up on Becky's return at SummerSlam, but he wanted to send a different message during his match with Jinder Mahal. The Scottish Warrior added that he wanted the audience to see two men ready to go to war during his SummerSlam encounter. Drew also spoke about his recent program with Bobby Lashley, Sheamus, and Damian Priest. He mentioned that it was an honor to be working with the three top athletes on Monday Night Raw. Alexa Bliss makes an interesting revelation after missing this week's Monday Night Raw. Alexa Bliss missed this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, leading to concerns among her fans about her well-being. Little Miss Bliss has now given an update on the same via her Twitter account. Replying to a fan's concerned tweet about her, Bliss thanked him and replied that she's fine. However, she did not comment on whether she'll be back next week. In another major update, she interestingly revealed that she was in fact in Oklahoma City last night, the venue for Monday Night Raw. This has led to fans wondering the reason behind her missing the show, even after being in the same city. WWE has not given any official update on this situation as part of this report. Last week on the Red brand, Alexa Bliss made it clear that she is coming after the Raw Women's Championship currently held by Charlotte Flair. The Queen won the title at SummerSlam 2021 by defeating former champion Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match. Fans were expecting Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair to build their feud on Raw this week, possibly leading to a title match at Extreme Rules 2021. However, Flair faced Nia Jax on this week's episode. To everyone's shock, Jax picked up a clean victory over the Raw Women's Champion by pinning her. This victory could now mean that she enters the Raw Women's Championship scene and faces Flair for the title soon, possibly at Extreme Rules next month. It is to be seen what that means for Bliss going forward. Adam Cole sends a message to SmackDown star. Adam Cole has replied to Friday Night SmackDown's commentator Pat McAfee's job offer. Even though he is still at home recovering from COVID, the former NFL punter found time to troll his nemesis. Cole's WWE contract has reportedly expired, and he is currently a free agent. His future after his WWE stint has been the talk of the town for the last few weeks. A few hours ago, Pat McAfee hilariously offered Adam Cole a job as an assistant on his radio show for $22,000 a year. Cole didn't take long to reply to McAfee's tweet, joking that he'd think about it before saying, quote, "I hate you," to his former rival. Adam Cole and Pat McAfee's feud began when Cole made an appearance on McAfee's show last year, where the two got into a heated argument after the latter insulted the Panama City Playboy for his size. They had a great rivalry on NXT over the next few months, facing each other twice. First, they wrestled on a one-on-one match at NXT TakeOver 30. It was Cole who picked up the victory, but McAfee impressed the entire pro wrestling world with his exceptional in-ring skills in what was his first WWE match. The two then faced each other at NXT TakeOver War Games in 2020 in a War Games match. At the show, the Undisputed Era defeated the Kings of NXT. Fans are excited to see what does the future hold for Cole after his WWE contract expired. Cole signing with All Elite Wrestling is a major possibility. As for McAfee, he has been doing a great job as the commentator on SmackDown. He's currently off television after testing positive for COVID-19 last week. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. For more news stories and exclusive content, be sure to follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.